Yo, what up? What it hitting foe? Hey, dude. Hey, girl. Bro. How are you doing? Nice to meet you. However you greet people. Microphone check 1 2. Eewit, eewit. Ew. Wow. This is for the disabled today. Or this able. Disability should be this ability. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of interesting things to show. And I did my first TikTok live. It was successful, kind of, but got some funny things to share about that. Interesting things going on. So, before I do this, I'm going to do my workout. The handicapped people, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm disabled a bit. I got some injuries. I'm going to do my workout real quick. You feel me? I'm going to do my plank, my fist plank, my headstand, all that jazz. You know what I'm saying? All yoga mats should look like this. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Natural elements, man. All right. Let me get warmed up. Om Namah Shivaya. Woo! Wow. Oh, wow. What up, who's ever in here? This is for the broken people that get looked at funny. You know what I mean? It's really uncomfortable to be around someone that maybe can't walk like you. You know what I'm saying? Okay? A lot of fear-based energy is going on. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the people that look at them funny, they don't have any healing skills. That's not cool. Just your mouth. Okay, that's cool. I got something for my broken so-called people who are far more conscious than those who can walk and run and go get protein and vote and join some movement and have an opinion and gossip and love and hate their partner and their children. It makes no sense to me at all. What is being good? What is being okay? Treating people equally, simple, and minding your business unless they ask your opinion. I mean, come on. Headstand on the rocks. You like your cocktails on the rocks? Be careful. Om Namah Shivaya. Oh, yeah. Ugh. Okay. Oh. Wow. Oh, that's the best high in the world. Who's in here? Oh, it's Raina. What up, Raina? I was just thinking about you. I hadn't seen you in a minute. I'm glad you're back with the flow, yo. You know what I'm saying? No, Jay, we don't know what you're saying. What do you mean? You'll know in a second. Oh. So, man, woman, them, they, however you associate today. So when I did my TikTok live, I'm on fire for some reason. I had like 600 people in there. I had no idea how to use it. It was like very different. I couldn't even end it. There was no like end button. I was just going and going, and they let me go longer than I was supposed to. They gave me a hate speech warning. It was dumb. I was freestyling about animals and how you don't eat the eagle, but you eat this thing. And they gave me a warning. I'm like, okay. Anyhow, microphone check 1 2. So before I address the people that we call what up, Carole? Before I address the people that we call handicapped, crippled, disabled, you call them monsters sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You look at them awkwardly. You feel sorry for them. You know what I mean? You don't have any idea what you're dealing with. Okay? Okay. It's called an earthquake that cracks the earth. Okay? That's how earth was made, honey. Earth was made through pain, through injury. A lot of people got hurt trying to figure out astrology, your corporate system, how to build your car, how to build a house, your tribe energy, your family values, your politics, all this stuff, all the buildings to make it. Yeah, a lot of them died building that. Snakes are protected in Australia. Hallelujah. That's the most sacred animal, creature on earth. In India, they're called nagas. It's not a game. And they were known to have existed on the earth as some kind of a form of a body. Who is the Anunnaki? The reptilian head thing, right? Okay. You have reptilian brain. What does that mean? Before I get into this, I'm grateful I have females up in here. So when I was doing my live, I was wearing, I'll show you how I was dressed. Because I didn't know if I could have my shirt off, because they're very like anal on TikTok. And I wanted to make it work, because you can get paid apparently, but whatever. I was wearing a Shiva shirt. Because I am an Agori in a different form. Jay, what is that? Do your homework. I was wearing this. Okay? Now, if you look at how I look now, it's a woman's shirt, basically, isn't it? So I used to be a ballet dancer. I used to wear unitards and stuff. You know what I mean? It's Parvati and Shiva. So I was wearing this. And take a wild guess. Take a wild guess, Reina and Carole. Take a wild guess. What happened while wearing this? It is pretty. But take a wild guess what happened while I was wearing this. What do you think the chat room was thinking and doing while I was talking wearing this? I'll give you a hint. Okay. I know how to act. It's okay. No homophobia here. Okay. And I was just talking normal. You know what I'm saying? I was giving my energy. So what happened was a lot of people come in the chat room. And then one dude said, hey, what do you look for in a man? Right away. Okay. I was like, okay. Of course. And I was cool with it. Right. And they were all cool. I had no trolls. I mean, it was amazing. I had like 600 people in there. There were some questions that were weird, but most of them were on page. They understand. Very hard to not be on page for somebody who is manifesting spirit orbs that go beyond your ayahuasca, your THC, your LSD. It's those worlds, and I'm bringing it sober. So it's very hard not to want to like listen. There's no ego here because I'm grateful for that. Because a lot of us are suffering, and we look at people who are broken in a way where it's like, you're going to die. Well, so are you. I mean, I'm serious. Then I had one guy ask me, you like men or women? And so then I said, so why do you want to know? I said, the live is about, it was called Orbs and Dust, to debunk that orbs aren't dust, but dust is also spiritual. It means breath in German, Tunst. And I said, I didn't mean any offense. I was just, I'm interested. I like what I see. I said, I respect that. Of course. Got gays in my family, ballet dancer. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day when I was younger, my gosh, the stuff I saw and heard, woo! It's not a game. You know what I'm saying? But yes, I like women. But I'll call a man handsome. It's no problem. In your sports, they all shower together, right? And pat the bum, good shot. But they're not gay, right? None of your rappers are gay. Your gangbanging rappers, none of them. Busta Rhymes and Tupac Shakur, nothing going on sweet there. Look at them. There's something going on. It doesn't matter. You being gay doesn't mean you're weak. You being gay doesn't mean you can't go out and be a tough guy, by the way. There are gay gangsters. You better believe that shit. Watch out. Yes, there are. But right now, I have brown snakes in my backyard. Carole, the chat made assumptions. What about a woman wearing a men's t-shirt? Sure. I have no problem with that. Women should be allowed to have their shirt off and have their breasts out in the summer. They don't do that. Why? Because we sexualize everybody, right? The first thing you'll think of is, that one wants me to go over there and grab her titty. You're born naked. You know what I mean? We haven't been taught sex ed. We haven't been taught how to look at each other the right way. We grow up and we become Catholic, Christian, atheist, gay, straight, Arab, Jew, Hindu, blah, truther, ignorant, flat earther, ball earther, vegan, meat eater. It's annoying and it's noisy. And we're none of this crap. This is stuff put onto you. You should do topless. You should go outside naked and bathe in the sun, of course, not have someone harass you and want to unless you want them, unless you're into it, that's different. You go to Miami, they have a nude beach. And they respect space. They're not trying to dry hump each other. They're out there trying to get some vitamin D. And if someone's interested, they go in the back and do their thing. Okay. Gay or straight. Sex is way too strange today. The way that we are attracted, like, why do men have to do a pickup line? Excuse me. For you women, why do men have to do a pickup line? And why can't men wear feminine clothing and still be strong? Kind of like wearing a kilt. Excuse me, you MMA people, you football, alpha, hunter-gatherer, the guns and shit. Okay. Go back in ancient times and with the skirts, with the Braveheart people, it's not a game. Whoop your ass. In a skirt, in a kilt. For Venus. The Vatican, they're all wearing dresses. They're worshiping who? The moon and Venus, not a man, honey. So what I'm saying is, an alpha male, strong, grounded man can wear feminine clothes. Do you understand me? And project straight energy. So when I was in the live, I was like, where are the women at, though? Where are the women at? Women, see, this is the thing about gay culture and straight culture. And I'm not attacking people here. This is a fact. Because I've lived a long life. I've been here. I've seen all the cultures, okay, and how they operate. Now, gay men, no problem. They like you, they're coming right up to you. Okay? Hey, right? And they get it on if they like it. Okay. With women, I'm not generalizing, but mostly, I think you, Raina and Carole, they can confirm this. With women, you got to get all dressed up and you have to have a line. You're all nervous and shit. You have to how to talk. You know what I mean? What is that? I'm just curious to know as to why women can't just come up to a man, and some do, but just say, hey, I like what I see. I mean, can I get to know you? It doesn't really happen. It never happens to me. I have to go get that. I have to hunt it down, or they'll kind of flirt, but they're not clear. And you have to read signals. I'm like, just be real. You like me or not? Are you interested or not? Are you single or not? You got drama, baggage, whatever. What's up? Let's get it done. I've been in this game of truth for years, and there's not any women, nothing personal. That's not anyone in the chat room, but I've seen it. Any women who are grounded that know how to approach me and just be honest. And you ain't got to be perfect. I don't care about, do you know what I mean? You're going to have issues. So I just don't understand why women just can't approach in gay culture. Fantastic, Raina. You used to do that. Well, then, hey, but Raina, you live in Australia, in America. It's the man has to go. We have to go to the bar. We have to have money. Of course, we have to be dressed a certain way. Women come in with their clothes all sexy, right? The man has to, I'll buy you a drink, get drunk, go home, and bam. But the man has to go over there and do all this shit. Like, what is that? Respect to my gay people for their confidence. I respect that. You like what you see. You said it. You asked me a direct question. I gave you an answer. I'm straight. But thank you. I respect that. Okay? Women, come on. Step it up. Your gays are whooping your ass. I'm serious. I've had days where I'm like, shit, I wonder if I should just be gay for a day. I'm not kidding. Like, I mean, I'm serious. Like, I've had days where I'm like, because men, no problem. They're like, yeah. So I'm like, so what do I do? I've been doing the right things. I'm putting myself in a very positive manner. You know what I'm saying? With all this truth and feminine symbols. And I get women that play games, women that want to like tease and just, it's weird. Or they get involved, but they want to separate with the minute things get kind of serious, or it's like, it's just confusing. I'm not normal. Right. You're a parent. You're right. Raina, thank you. She confirmed it. She's not the average woman, which she's confirming. Most of you female come up to you and shit. And hey, girl, you look good. Can I talk to you and buy you a drink? And blah, blah. This is why you're not giving birth to heroes. You're giving birth to more. Let's just keep it real. You're giving birth to what? What kind of energies are we giving birth to? How do we meet each other? When we're dating, right? How do we meet? What's the process? Okay? It's very simple. Anyhow, it's what? I am not single. I am dating Venus, and I have orbs. It's cool. I can live with it. You know what I'm saying? But at some point, I would imagine that before I die, it would probably be useful for me to give my seed to someone. So I'm saying, hey, women, the gay men are like, psh. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, what's that about? And then we also have the issue of women looking for a real man and their twin flame. And you hear, I'm looking for my Tarzan and my Hercules. And I better be and mentally fit. Not bragging. I work hard for this shit. Okay? In my insides, I've removed parasites, for God's sake. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so what else do you need? What are you looking for? Okay? This is an important conversation to have. Because we need to start birthing. Yes, we need to start putting our seeds in women and men that give in conscious, grounded men. Very simple. Caroli and Raina, would you consider me a grounded man? I got issues. But Caroli and Raina, would you consider me a grounded man physically and mentally? I'm not trying to brag here, but what do you all think? And yes, I have my flaws. But in general, let me see. Nonverbal communication. Okay. The gays do that. It's called cruising. They go to the bathroom. Now, be careful with lust. All I'm saying is this. Now, both people, straight and gay, have a lust issue. Okay? But the gay culture, it's not a game. You push a button, bam, it's on. Okay? Wow. So, hey. It's all love, though. You feel what I'm saying? So you want someone who's telepathic, Carole. Raina, most of the time. Got you. Appreciate that. Is there anything I need to work on? Since I have two females in here, I would say yes, you are possessed of a strong constitution. Okay. But there's something missing. There's something wrong with me. I'm telling you, there is something wrong with me. I'm not trying to be better or worse than other men. But I'm looking at what women are choosing. I'm just trying to figure it out, not to judge. Everyone can love who they want. But I've noticed that when they pick the one they want, they're still not really happy. I can even look and see the issues that they don't really match. You know what I'm saying? But they still do it. And here I'm walking around, you feel me? And it's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's a very important conversation to have. That's all I'm trying to say. Because this world needs, once again, I think, more brains that can think in a way where we can get out of this debt-based system. There are men who are complete assholes. I mean, complete assholes. And women find it cute. Oh, he's so cute. Isn't that stupid? And they have a baby. You know what I mean? It's real shit. Like, what is that? What is that? Well, I know what that is. J, have compassion. You're an agori. Don't judge. J, it's their environment. It's trauma. It's how they were raised. It's how it is in this pop world. This mind-controlled world. It's okay. You are ugly in this reality. I am ugly in this reality. I'm not calling myself ugly, but I am ugly in this reality. Trust me. Even with the compliments. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, right. Open my mouth. I show you how I live. You know what I mean? And then, whoa. So, oh shit. Yeah. What's up with that? The Pizza Hut over there, right? Taco Bell guy, right? Mr. Netflix, right? Right? The guy on the bike, right? Tattoos. Okay. Non-verbal communications and auras. Sure. I've had non-verbal. It's called manifesting an orb. Now that should have, damn. Listen, I got to market myself a little bit. here. You know what I'm saying? If I can manifest an orb, which is the most, like, if you research it, to be extremely spiritually balanced, an orb means that you're on that, like you're beyond it. You're on it. So I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of male truthers, they're getting some. What up, look within? You know what I mean? It's cool. I'm not battling. I'm humble, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? If I can manifest an orb, take a wild guess what can happen in other places. It's like verbally, non-verbally, and physically. It's like, wow. But the opposite happens. You know what though? I've been used to this my whole life. The talented guy, motivated. Sure, you're all talented. We all have a unique ability. It's okay, right? Passionate, funny, whatever. Very, very active. But for some damn reason, I could never fit in anywhere. I was at like work hard at fitting in the ballet world, the rap world, the dating world, the fucking truth world, the nature world, for God's sake, the corporate fucking world. Like, what is this? I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. There's something missing. I don't see it, but if you all see it, am I missing something? I'm not going to, attack Santos Bonacci. But Santos and his anger and all that shit that he be saying, women love that dude. Why? Because of how many followers he had? So is that right to go viral? I have to have 200,000 followers to get some damn, you know what? Like, what is that? Like, it's like, I'm serious. Totally serious, because this is about the goddess and about awareness. So I'm going to speak on disabled people, but this relates to being aware of energy and how to approach it or not. You know what I'm saying? How to get something right, or you get it wrong, but you know it's wrong and you stop pursuing it. But instead of that, we know it's wrong, but it feels good, like the fast food, bad for you. You keep doing it. You're addicted. Keep doing it. And now you got a baby with it. And now you find someone else. Now you get a baby with them. And now you got all this shit with other exes. And this is why I'm like, hi, I've been here for thousands of years. It is time to build. I started 22 minutes ago. You know what it is. Look within. All right. Raina, did his con artist friend die? Who is that? You mean Daniel? I don't know. Look Within knows more than me. Hey, Look Within, you got any dirt? We're not trying to, be dramatic here, but I'm interested. Look Within, is that what she means? Daniel, any thoughts, Look Within? I'm just curious. Because that one just fell off the map. I've been trying to, on Facebook, he kind of does stuff. You know what I'm saying? Last video I saw, he was showing his itch and his seizures. Nah, I don't know about that. Okay, it's cool. We cool. It doesn't matter. But let him do him. He can do him. My point is, it's not about Santos. My whole life, men like Santos that have all kinds of abilities, we're not taking away the talent that he had, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have y'all, right? So we keep it real. But my whole fucking life, that dark, sort of sexy, edgy, angry, I love you, hate you energy, you women seem to love this shit. So, if you've been abused most of your ages, most of you have been raped in every age, compassion. Yes. Yes. Your shit taken from you, your symbols burned as witches. Come on. How many ages you've been here? It's time to fix that. Right? Does it make sense? It seems like everyone around him is a grifter. I unfriended Nick Shizano. He's going down a dark path, hiding behind false spirituality. Thank you for, because that one I'm friends with. Thank you. Raina, I don't like him anymore. Yeah, I'm over it too. Look Within. That woman he's with, man, she's no good. Namaskar, me too, 3. My point is, he found a woman, didn't he? He found a no good woman. He still got a woman. So my point is, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Why are the good men single? I think I'm a good man. Once again, I have my flaws, but everyone does. There's not one person in this chat room doesn't have a flaw too. You all know you have flaws. You embrace it, right? What's the problem? Anyhow, I've set the bar. If you're a female single watching this, you know what I'm saying? If you're looking, if you're awake, this is to you, for real. You know what I mean? I bought some new tobacco. It's called Shag. Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. It's not bad. I ran out of my leaves, so until my new batch comes, I'm not promoting smoking. I'm just talking simply. Now for my disabled people. In fact, I would consider going after dark energy, being attracted to the dark men or women, is a disability. You're crippled, right? Something happened. Something's going on in your past. And so now you're trying to, once again, build it and get more of that through your vagina and get ding dong. I don't do that. I don't have any time for that, right? And neither do you, really. Do you have time for that? I don't know. Maybe you do. God bless lung cancer. I'm a Shiva worshiper. Shiva would drink the poison within reason. I do a lot of earthing and shit, and so I'm not saying to smoke. God bless lung cancer, the breathing shit that we have, whatever happens, the smokers. Okay, this is for you. Disability would be, yes, getting that at a certain age, the breathing and lung stuff, right? Heart issues. Okay, I'm aware of all of that. I'm aware of it. I'm embracing death. Sorry, back to my other point. It actually pertains to being disabled. I took my shoes off at my job, and the first thing that one female said, "Oh, cut your toes, cut your toenails." Ugh. And this one always calls herself fat. She's fat. She's fat. Doesn't like her body. I'm like, dude. I said, find me a female. I can't bend down with my pain. I actually can't bend down and cut my nails right now properly. It hurts. Sorry, I'm disabled. That's why they're long. But it's a symbol of royalty. So what's the problem? In ancient times, it was sexy. Now it's gross. Dirt's gross. Nature is gross. You see where I'm going here? your new Nikes. So, woo, your perm, your wig, your makeup, your plastic surgery. Okay, it's all about this now. Wow. I said, you have any girlfriends to help me cut my toenails? She got, nah. I'm like, well, then you mind your business. And I'm not saying it's a woman's job to cut my toenails, but if you're a lover and someone's in pain, you would cut my toenails. I would cut yours if you couldn't do it, if I loved you. So I don't have any, I just have me. It's just me by myself and I'm complaining. You sound ungrateful. No, you sound like you're just confused. I'm being honest with you. Not my chat room, it's for the masses. Thinking about somebody else while you're in bed with your partner could be a disability. Whoa, no? You're not focusing on that one because you're bored. It was good in the beginning and now, oh, fuck. Go ahead, right? Okay, right? Would that be kind of crippled? It's okay. Carole, I would propose if a woman likes erratic romantic behavior, it's because it's familiar, not necessarily because it's what they want. It's what she wants. But it's hard to figure out what anybody wants today. It really is. And once again, you have the freedom to talk to whoever you want. I'm not hating on you at all. But, damn, the gay men, they're like, Jay, oh my God. I met the mayor of Iowa, a gay black man who's married to a man. Okay, wonderful, right? Okay, Iowa, cool. And he and I talking, comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Her father may have been erratic. Of course. Of course. But I have mama issues too. I have some serious mama issues, but it has not damaged me. I know how to handle that. You know what I'm saying? I won't allow that to bleed into a relationship. That's the issue. That's a disability. Have you dealt with the disability of the sexual abuse or verbal or financial? Yes or no? It's a very good question to ask. I hate long toenails. You hate long toenails. Wow. Damn. So you must hate me then. Raina, what if the person can't bend down and cut their toenails? Do you have compassion for that person? I'm asking a question. What if they can't bend down and I can't? It hurts. I'm not kidding. Like, I got a hip impingement, yo. Do you know what I'm saying? Would you like, oh, what about your toenails, though? I can't go there. Or would you have compassion and be like, oh, man, I'll get to know you still. You know what I'm saying? I help you out. I'd do that for you. I would. If I like you, the energy's there. Okay, maybe you got something going on with your skin, maybe a little bump here. I had a woman, actually. This is actually relating to this, being disabled. She got this, 2 of them, from England. And she liked me, apparently. I didn't know she actually liked me sexually. She wanted me to give her dance lessons, okay? And let's just say she was flirting quite heavy. Zen Buddhist, PhD, was balding right here from this, okay? And it made her feel a certain way. I touched it and said, it's beautiful. I did that, okay? Like, that's the kind of guy that I am. That would be a disability from science, okay? And not only that, she kept saying, oh, I don't like my feet. I hate my feet. I hate my feet. She hated her feet. Never mind toenails. She does not like being barefoot. But a Zen Buddhist who meditates, PhD, a therapist too. Interesting. No judgment there. But you see where I'm going here. And she was attracted to me, but didn't know how to really communicate that until she had to go back to England. And I'm like, this whole time you come in here, you want to dance. I'm dancing with you. I wasn't flirting. I know how to not flirt. But when you have a shirt off in the summertime and you're looking confident and you're a woman who's kind of interested, you know what I'm saying? A gay man, this is real. A gay man would have been like, oh, no, you want to do something? And I'm like, no, I'm not gay, but I respect that. Okay, you see where I'm going here? It's interesting because the gay people are acting like women, the goddess, right? So they're jacking Venus and moon energy and Shakti, okay, from the female. But for some damn reason, they're way more confident with it in terms of communicating what they want sexually and just approaching someone, which means also low self-esteem is very high with the females. Go to the nail salon. You want me to get poison in my toenails? You want me to get my toenails poisoned, Reina? Are you serious? No. I'm surprised you said that, Reina, but I love you. I'm not going to do that. You wouldn't want a partner who would want an erratic partner. I'm not erratic, though. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, like, this is a discussion about certain cultures of energy, you understand, and getting things accomplished confidently. This is about confidence, which disabled people, okay, their confidence levels are very sensitive because they're looked at in a certain way. You women have been looked at in a certain way incorrectly. And we know that. I have been here fixing that, building it up, giving the symbols. For real, as a gentleman, okay? And not bragging about this thing here and not. Once in a while, I've done videos where I'm like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. Sure, I'm a dancer, man. I know how to move. You know what I'm saying? It's about you first. You get pleased first. This is my principle. It's like a beautiful vegan or salad table of vegetables and fruit. That's the female. A garden. And you enjoy, you take your time, right? And then if it's right, you get up in there, and then it's great. That's the kind of guy that I am. Okay? But that is not hot today. For some reason, it's the same shit. Listen, even in the truth community, for the woke people, right? They're still looking for that edgy, kind of dark, a little bit off, right? He might be woke, but is a ball earther still, which is cool. I'm not going to call names. Listen, I'm not judging. You have the freedom to do what you wish, but I have the freedom to analyze and to notice this. Thank you for the hearts and to give the truth. Because a lot of women are looking for a twin flame, a Shiva. Reina, it would be a turnoff for me, so I would do your feet. Okay, so you're saying it'd be a turnoff, but you would still help me out. Okay, cool. That's called compassion, empathy. That's called being right. This is the whole point of my video is now to your disabled people, having empathy. Can we share space with a missing arm, someone's hand that were born, I've seen them, where they walk a certain way, right? Or they have a Tourette's, okay? Or the Down syndrome, okay? All right. Or maybe it's someone who's 40 years old, but they think that they're still 10, the unique brain, I've seen this, or the schizophrenic, you know what I'm saying? Like within reason, my people. If it's a dangerous situation, okay, of course, Hare Krishna, Om Namah Shivaya. But in general, how do we know how to share space with these kinds of energies? We're not used to that, okay? It's unfamiliar, but familiar is family. And family doesn't discriminate. The word family and familiar goes to those missing a finger or that have a finger. The buffet, LOL. It is. Women are, my God, there's nothing more incredible than the female body. Any size. I'm cool. We're good. Yes. It's the most beautiful creation on earth is the female body. For real. It's art. And so is the man. But you know what I'm saying? You look at women, woo, man, there's so many things to that creation. So we should be enjoying that and be grounded in it. Reina, I used to look after my parents' feet when I was a kid. I love doing it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I call love. You feel what I'm saying? Okay. All right, now I'm going to show you some statistics about your so-called crippled people. And it's staggering. And in everything that I thought, I've confirmed it. So I'm getting closure for myself because it's traumatizing. It can create PTSD, the way you treat someone with a limp or whatever they got going on that's not normal to you. Okay? All right. I told my son off for having long fingernails. You told him off. Wow. Damn. Wow. Listen, that's your world. You know what I mean? I'm not going to trespass. You know what I mean? You're the mother. Once again, I'm a gentleman. But as a truther and as a person who is narrating a movie of the world and energy, you know, why was your son growing the nails? Now, my brother did that back in the 80s. Okay, he was growing. My brother actually was woke and did so many things that when I think about it now, I'm like, damn, this is also why I'm woke. He would grow his thumbnail real long, and I would ask him, I was like, Aaron, why are you growing your thumbnails? He goes, it's beautiful in ancient cultures. It means royalty, and he's absolutely right. If you look it up, so he was trying it. Good-looking guy with long thumbnails for a while. Okay. So this is also because of education, right? What you think is gross or what you think is weird. This is actually, I'm glad that Raina is saying that. So I respect your opinion. I'm not attacking it, but this is why I'm doing this video, right? Because of, well, that looks weird to me. That's gross to me, okay? When maybe if we can have a different camera lens, right? And someone to kind of like break down stuff, we can look at it as something beautiful. For example, this relates to actually what I'm talking about. The other day, going to the mayor, I put on nice, good clothes. I had, corduroy jacket, good sweater, decent jeans, shoes, you feel me? I went up in there, okay? Right away, oh, Jay, you look nice. Jay, oh my God. I was like, wow. It was kind of awkward, but okay, I'm grateful. So I leave the event with the mayor. I'm going to the park. I see a friend of mine I used to work with on the bench. I'm talking to him. This woman that I know from being a cashier, black woman, old lady, she walks up to me, okay, while I'm speaking to this dude. And she goes, I couldn't even recognize you. You look really nice. I'm like, I couldn't even recognize you. You look real nice today. And he had my back. He said, he always looks nice. I said, thank you. You see where I'm going here? So if I'm not dressed a certain way, or if I'm not walking a certain way, same thing, right? If I have a limp, where I don't look nice, I don't look good. And this is the problem. This is what I want to talk about today. So how did I handle this woman who came up to me? I didn't ask for her consent. I didn't ask for her opinion, just right in my face. Okay? And this one, let's just say, is very unique. She's a little bit off. And I don't judge her for it, but she's done some weird stuff to me. For example, she's an older woman and she lives near me. I was solar gazing and I was trying to meditate and she starts talking to me and I'm not engaging. So clearly my body is here. She's walking back by me and she wants to get in my ear. So I had to do this. I shouldn't have to, right? It's called boundaries and body language. She couldn't figure that out. Okay, so another issue we have today. Okay. First of all, let's get into science. This is pretty sad. Okay, that's your medical world. Wow, number of deaths. Damn. And now you want to know why I'm not taking painkillers and letting my body kind of be broken and limp? Yeah, because of that world. And by the way, being crippled is unattractive, isn't it? Like having long nails, Raina. It's discriminating against somebody. It is. Because I am not my nails or my limp. I have a heart and a brain. I've got experiences. I got words that can maybe make you feel good. You're excluding the uncool kid, the fat kid, the fat girl, the nerd, right? With the acne, right? The one that's just introverted and just doesn't know how to talk. Maybe there's a new way to talk to that person. But we give up because they aren't the status quo. Nice isn't what we think it means. You're a psychic. Raina gets 1,000 points. So, goddamn, I love my chat room. Now, watch this. After she passed me, I addressed that Raina. I was like, I'm on my phone. I'm going to etymology. I'm going to show her what nice means. Because nice means ignorant and foolish and stupid. In etymology. It's even I say it, it's hard to not. Okay? conditioning. So I went right up to her at the bus station, the corner, wait for the bus. I said, "Hey, sister, how you doing, first of all?" She's like, "Oh, so-so." I said, "Thank you for being honest." I said, "May I show you something?" She goes, "Yes." I said, "The word nice means ignorant and foolish." She goes, "Are you calling me that?" I said, "No, you called me nice looking." "Oh," I said, "It's okay." I said, just say that I'm beautiful." "Okay, you're beautiful. And so were you." And I walked away. That's how I handled that. That's how you handle that. Okay? Very simple. And it shocked her. She was like, "Oh my God." You see where I'm going here? What a blessed mix. Of course, Raina. More awesome statistics. Why am I limping? Knee surgery, shoulder surgery, sprained ankles. How many die from surgeries? Oh my God. Oh my Shiva. Look. Wow. 30 days after? Wow. Okay. Well, damn. And you're telling me I should get a new hip? I should see somebody? Is it going to get worse? What are you going to do about it? What am I going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Because you're a healer. In ancient times, once again, your neighbor had everything. Today, they got nothing for you but Trump, getting high, vaping, no problem. Okay, going to the bar, going online, doom scrolling, I love you, no judgment. Gossiping, talking shit, being bitter, having low self-esteem, and lying and saying that you're good all day. This is a very strange world. All that I'm saying, you all understand me. It's like A, B, C, bam. Now, number one killer we know is this. That would be a disability. But I have a limp, though. Now, people will look at my limp like I'm dead. And I don't understand that. Okay, I'm not, but like, okay, really? First of all, there were dead animals in the store, bleeding in a bag that most of you like to eat while looking at me like, okay? Yes. Second of all, I guarantee you that you can't watch that process of them being butchered before you eat it, right? But you can look at me. The reason why you're doing that, you haven't embraced death. And I guarantee you someone's either dying in your family, sorry to say that, or you're sick, and it's going to come to you at some point because you're projecting that energy to me. And I can see that. But I ain't got time to tell you that. And it's none of your business. Kind of like it's not my business to say, "Damn, you got some big titties. Wow, look at that fat ass." You wouldn't like that, would you? Would you? Without your consent. Yeah? If I just grab that ass, I don't do that, but a lot of men do. And they get married to. They get babies, and women love men like that. It's strange. They hate them, but then they marry them. You see where I'm going here? It's true. You hate it, don't like it, but then you end up with the thing that you don't like, and then you complain, and now you have babies. And I'm like, dude, it's like it's right in front of your face. Carole, once oxygen hits the blood during surgery, it starts to rust. Wow. Okay, now hold on. I will tell you this. I've learned some things about rust, and it's mind-blowing. Of course, there's certain kinds of things in rust and levels to this that I'm sure are toxic and not good for you. Rust has carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide, very good healer. And it's not that toxic for humans if it's organically rusting. Why do I know that? In my refrigerator, I have a, what is it? I think it's steel, a steel bucket, or like I got it at a hardware store. I put my aged urine in it. Okay? I showed my healer, my urine therapist, her name is Rosalind Hanson, who's reverse cancer, has had people grow back their cut off toes with aged urine. She's no joke. She bathes in her urine. She has plastic food grade barrels of it. And she's a wizard with urine. I wanted her opinion, right? So I showed her my little steel basin. And the first thing she said was, "Is that a toilet?" And I was like, Secondly, she says, be careful of the rust. Just be mindful of the rust. And I said, okay, good point. I looked up rust. Rust, actually, carbon dioxide is in this. This is a stone. This is the Shiva Lingam. Rudra means red. Rust turns red. So I'm new to this game, but it's my theory that if it's made correctly from an organic place, that rust actually is good for you. But once again, I digress. We know there's levels. It is toxic. We know. I'm not saying no to that. But once again, we always have another person who comes in the room and they want to back up their thesis and they want to dance with you and just dance. Not trying to be smarter or healthier, just asking questions because not everyone can go get food grade barrels that are plastic. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Do you understand? Raina, my daughter just moved house. I told her the position of home and unit number, my ability is really good. $1.28 billion have high blood pressure around the world. Wow. Now, %85 of you around the world have low self-esteem. Never mind my limp. Damn. That's almost the entire world, honey. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. And you're worried about my leg, not my chat room. This is for people that like to look at you. Is he going to die? Well, yeah, and so will you. It's okay. You aren't the body. You're an orb. But you won't know what that means because you're watching Trump and the abortion laws and what the trans people should be getting and gay rights and the Christian and Catholic. If you're an atheist and it's a globe and protein and getting a job and making money and getting your benefits. We understand getting a new car. Wow. And Black lives and all this shit. Right? And gossip. Wow. That's staggering. That's the entire world, guys. Girls, they, it, chickens or goats. However you associate. Wow. It's a pretty big number for children. And they're denied their rights. Whoa. I wonder why that is. Never mind racism. Sexism. This is the biggest killer right here, guys. I'm going to help you all out. Yeah. That trumps also racism. Your children, and they can't get benefits? That's me. Now, how many disabled people like me? 1.3, almost equal to your high blood pressure, so it's not a joke. Wow. Damn. And how did they become disabled? Now, if you are a disabled worker, look at this. Read this. Uncomfortable. Of course you are. You aren't attractive. You're ugly. You're the hunchback. But you're a man, though, who's healthy and putting it in you and giving you all the good stuff. You're still going to complain about it. I've seen it. And throw your phone across the room because he pissed you off and said something stupid. So he's disabled in a different way in his mouth. And so is she. Because the street girls and compassion, we know the environment, compassion. They like to have dark energy. Used to have high blood pressure. Well, bless you for getting through that. So, disability, it makes them uncomfortable. We know this, but also if you're of color, we get more discrimination. Interesting. And I see it all the time for myself. This is why I'm ugly in this reality. This is why I'm ugly in this reality. You see where I'm going here? I'm woke. I have a limp. I know the feminine symbols. I know how to sort of get through shit and heal. So that's not the status quo. The status quo is black and white relationship. Meaning what? We get pizza, pepperoni. We go to the beach. We're drinking Bud Light. We're going to go watch a movie. I'm going to say a stupid joke. I might piss you off. I might call you a name.
I might not have done a good job in bed. Maybe I did a good job in bed. Great. Now we have a kid. Same shit happens, right? I like you. Oh, I don't want to go home. I'm pissed off at you because you said all this shit. And yet you have the nerve, not my chat room, the masses. You have the nerve now to go and criticize other people or look at someone's toenails or their feet or if they smell or if they, and your life, it'd be different if you were grounded and content, neutral and chill and you looked fantastic. But if you're overweight, compassion, don't like your body and you said so, compassion, disability. You see where I'm going here? But the physical body of someone else and you're looking at it, all of a sudden, it's a problem for you. But in your relationship, it's disabled. And you like it, but you don't like it. What is going on? The court just gave me full rights to my grandchildren. God bless. %40 of those that are disabled will get unfair treatment, healthcare issues, benefits. So what's all this talk about, abortion only, gay rights and stuff? And I understand the trans movement. I'm cool. I got you. What about my people? What about my people? Okay, they're your people. Okay, now if you look up, I'm not into the damn politics. Trump also does not like disabled people. So you people who are woke and think that Trump is kind of like, on your side, you're an idiot. I'm sorry. Wow. That's staggering, guys, girls. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? We're in trouble. So how do we fix this? What is the way to deal with this? Hey, chat room, you got any thoughts on how we should approach someone who's disabled? Any thoughts on how to have a conversation about maybe the things that make you all uncomfortable? Better question, chat room. How do we talk about things that make you uncomfortable with someone's body you don't like and then work you to being comfortable with it? Not forcing you to be comfortable, but you're working together to try to see in a different way. That's what the truth movement is, right? You thought one way, you were thinking one way, so was I. Then you realized it was a lie. Then now here we are talking about the lie, trying to get out of the lie to work together. So what do we do to have the conversation about the things we call gross, make you uncomfortable? Because that's what an agori does in India. Agoris are all about addressing that shit, the things that make you nervous and fearful. So Reina, if you were in India around an agori and you said the nail thing, you know what I'm saying? Which is, I respect it. They would tell you have to grow your nails for years and embrace that and see yourself as beautiful. Very good point. If you're afraid of water, I love this principle. If you're afraid of water, you don't like water. I understand that. But women, the water breaks. Put yourself in water for years. Not because we want to torture you. It's not to make you feel worse. It's for a deeper purpose. Raina, it's what comes out of the mouth that's more important. Exactly. I need to sit back. My leg hurts. Give me a second here. Okay. So now I'm just going to simply talk to you all. How do we have a conversation about things that make us uncomfortable without getting nervous, offended, and uncomfortable? To then negotiate, to then both feel like we've learned something, and to work together. How do we do this in this world? What is the way to do that? For example, farting, right? A lot of us fart, right? Now, some eat certain foods and your fart will be gross. Well, oh my God, right? But you don't fart though. This is a brilliant build. But you don't fart. Your farts smell great, right? You don't shit ever. You never shit your pants ever. You've never been funky ever. This is what I'm trying to go where I'm trying to go to. So I would rather go to the place that makes us uncomfortable because that's the truth. And the disabled person is a symbol of discomfort because they don't look like you and move like you. But yet they're still functioning and they're going to work. I'll play you a video. I'm going to play you a video. Give me a second. I'm going to play it on mute first. And I want all of you to tell me what you think when you see. I want all of you to tell me what you see, how it makes you feel. And be honest. This is just about being honest and chill. We're having a very simple conversation. No judgments here. But we want to be honest. Oh, by the way, if you like protein, side note, you like meat, disability is killing an animal. In Iowa, the meatpacking plant is sued over years of alleged water pollution, and it's called STAR. Pseudoscience astrology, huh? Wow. Be careful. When you eat that stuff, if it's polluting the water, it will be polluting your insides. Okay, now I'm going to play you a video. There it is. Okay. Okay, I'm going to play it. Carole. This is the realm of the disabled. Yes. Here's the video. No sound. What do you notice? Okay, I filmed him for a reason, and it's also my leg, the same leg. Okay, chat room, what are your thoughts on what you saw? How does that make you feel, right? The average person. Okay, now, for me, I can relate to that guy. So, but most of us would cross the street, go in his face if there were people around there a lot, and be like, oh my God! Would that make him feel okay? What'd y'all think about what you saw? How did it make you feel? First impression. Give me your most honest first impression. How did you all feel? What up, Benny Breaks? This is about being broken too. You're psychic. Okay, you wanted to offer help. Okay, thank you for that. I have some thoughts on that. Thank you, Carole. I appreciate that. Anyone else? And once again, I'm not trying to create any attacking issues here because I'm disabled, okay, or judgment. Your first impression, your first thoughts when you see a man or a woman walking like that. Benny Breaks, you might have missed it. I want your thoughts. This is about disabled people and how to approach them and what we think. Okay. Look within. You good? Raina. He has a bad hip. Okay, thank you for your honesty. Thank you. Okay. I have thoughts on that too. Got you. Wonderful. This is the reason why I'm doing this. Let me find that video again. Oh, Jazzy, pardon me. Yeah, I just went live. Pardon me. Yeah. Your man's here too. We're all in this together. Jazzy, we are discussing people who are disabled, how to approach them, things that make us uncomfortable. So I'll just review some things that we have been discussing in here, and I'm not dissing anyone in here. Everyone is allowed to have what they want in here, but we're all free to communicate, talk about it. For example, Raina, long nails make her uncomfortable. She finds it, I think, gross. Okay, I can't cut my toenails. I have long nails. So we had a great talk about that, and we worked to a point where she said, well, if I'm compassionate and I'm with you, I will cut your nails. I won't like it, but the whole point is being around things, right, that make you uncomfortable or that you find gross, and trying to work with that to see if you can see the uniqueness or the beauty or learning something that you might have missed from that moment. It's a very good point. All right. So look with it, pardon me, Jazzy Her, and who also, Benny Breaks, Blessed Mix. I want all your thoughts on this. And once again, I'm just going to simply, your first impression, I want the first thought comes to your mind. No judgment, simple conversation. Here's a guy that I filmed. First impression, right away. Okay? I will play what I said. I narrated it. And it was ironic because that day, the same leg I have an issue with, that day I had someone attack me. They wanted to help me. God bless them. They meant well. They knew I had a bad hip. Bless them. And they came out while I was trying to do my job. I was cleaning their property. They stared at me like this for 10 minutes about my leg. Like, is it going to get worse? Is it going to get better? I see you walking with a limp. So for me personally, that was an attack and it made me feel worse. That's just how I felt. I was like, wow. The last thing I want to hear is the obvious. Okay. Simple. Benny Breaks, injury. Okay, great. First thought. Jazzy, if someone is disabled, I don't ever ask what happened to them unless they want to share it. Okay, wonderful. Anyone else who hasn't spoken yet? Hey, look within. Where you at? Who else? Who hasn't responded? I want interactions. Blessed Mix, what do you think? Your first thought. And once again, this is not to go after what you say because I'm disabled. This is not about that. I just want your very first impression of seeing someone who is in pain. Okay, now I'm going to play. Raina, most people walk around my neighborhood walk that way. That means that there's a lot of pain. It's an issue. We don't hear a lot of conversation though about talking about that, because that's deeper than flat Earth, because they are the Earth. Okay, the Illuminati, reptilians and blood drinkers and pedophiles and astrology and all this deep stuff, numerology and orbs. That man is not his body. Benny, perfectly looking guy with an injury. Okay. I actually, that response, and I'm not trying to pick favorites, for me, as a person who is in pain, that for me, and what Jazzy Her said, it works with me. Okay, so I'm not telling you what to do or not do, but I'm just, as a disabled person, I would like to have a conversation and try to guide us as to how we can re-see that. You know what I mean? Because that will help us become way more open-minded about other things that we find either gross, or my version is better, or I didn't like that, but I like this. These are all freedoms and they're wonderful. But we don't even need freedom or slavery because we're all light bodies. Someone came here and decided to, demons, give us an opinion, data, the need to do something. The sun and the moon, they're shining on all people, right? The sun's not going to even comment on, and it made that body, right? But if the sun behaved Like a lot of people who look at me walking with a limp, it would go back to darkness. It would be afraid. It'd be like, oh my God! It wouldn't shine anymore. Yes, and the moon too. If the moon behaved like the average eyeball that is seeing something that makes them either uncomfortable or concerned, right? It would not want to be nighttime anymore. The sun would come out and the moon would run away from you. Or both of them would be like, fuck, I don't want to see that. Okay, or it might say, oh, you've got long nails. I don't like that. That's not an attack, Raina. I'm just using it as an example. Or you farted, it smells bad, right? Or you smell bad. Or now, mind you, people, within reason, right? Within reason, okay? I'm not saying to go too fucking hardcore here. You want to take care of yourself. Jazzy, people just know ZJ. That's why they see you injured hip first before you. Like, yeah. So now I'm going to play my narration to this.
The same thing, man.
Hold on.
I have people wanting to... You see this man limping right here? I have the same thing, man. And I have people wanting to know what's wrong with me. Is it going to get better? It's none of your business, man. These people who are disabled are unique. And if you ain't a healer, mind your business. Hare Krishna, Shiva Shakti Om, for the disabled people, like myself and this brother right here, who is not his body. He's a light body, a solar plexus. Wake up.
Okay, that's all I said. Okay, did it for a reason. Okay. So now I want to address some of the things that were said, not attacking them. I just want to address the wanting to help him, which is admirable, okay? And calling it a bad hip with no judgment. We're having a conversation here about things that we see that are out of the ordinary, okay? Now, the word bad, right? You and I are light bodies. Thing you're saying, right? Whether we like it or not, it's a ripple and it projects an energy, kind of like this. Before the game, right? Here comes the coach and he's speaking to you all, right? And he's saying all these things. He's not saying bad things. He's trying to encourage you, right? To get out there, and you're probably injured. You probably don't even want to play the game. Like, oh fuck, man. So you need someone, right? That kind of has a thing. So there's some truth to being a good coach. Yes, there's some good ones. And I've had some great ballet coaches. I mean, there were days where I didn't even want to dance. Like, fuck, Advil and shit, ultrasound and shit. But I had someone in my ear and I was like, okay, thank you, all right. So what did they say? So the word bad for me would be projecting more pain upon that one's hip. It's my opinion. Wanting to help them, beautiful. However, I've had people want to do that to me. The problem with that is they didn't really have any solution. They told me to get a new hip or the doctor, right? And also, what you might consider helping someone else, they might feel like you're not. They might feel like you're trespassing in their space. Not saying that you would do that, but it's interesting that that's what you would say, because most people, and it's a positive thing. I'm not saying this is an evil, this is bad, but it's an interesting conversation to have. So as light bodies, okay, your intentions, your awareness of space of someone else, okay, whether you might be having good vibes about that and your intention was to be good, you have to remember everyone has a different frequency of light, okay, but we're light. You hear me? So if you're not connected in the right way, you come up to somebody, you mean well, and you bless you, you might be doing more harm than good is what I'm saying. Because I've been through that all the time. And they always mean well. I've had someone recently make fun of my walk. Oh, Jay, we miss you, man. At the store, we miss you in that walk you got. And I was like, didn't say anything, didn't get mad. I accepted it. I took it. It's like, right on, brother. Thank you. Kind of, right? That wasn't very polite to do. I'm like, why would you even mention that? That means that he's sick. That means that he has something wrong, or someone around him is sick and he doesn't understand it. He hasn't embraced it. And then he's remembering a side of me, right, that he's dealing with, but he's not embracing it. And he's delusional and he's making fun now. to sort of medicate through that. That is not healthy, in my opinion. Raina, I don't ask what's wrong. They like to whinge about it to me. I don't tell them my problems. So they come to you, Raina, and tell you about their pain? Okay. We can discuss that. So I have had times where I have opened the door and I've mentioned my pain and I gave consent to the conversation. You feel me? Of course. I mean, I have to. I'm trying to figure. I'm not used to being of color, having to be a race and being disabled. I didn't know that I had to think about this shit. I thought, oh, I'm broken. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm still making things work. No problem. That is not the world you live in today. I was not ready for the responses I get from my hip. I'm like, wow. I mean, I get it like from nowhere. Okay. I had one guy, I remember I was walking. I was having a very heavy day. I was just walking in the parking lot and he was laughing. I was like, oh man, that hip again, man. That hip. What are you going to do? Get a new one? And I was like, thank you. Interesting. See where I'm going here. If you are someone in pain, right, and then you're now projecting that onto someone, right, which they do, okay, now that's a conversation. Now you should be able to handle their answer. Of course, you open the door. That's where you should be able to have a talk conversation with it. And if they don't want to talk about it with you, you move on. So I'm also about that too. I'm not going to force my shit, my injury. Not your fault. I'm broken. But if I've mentioned it in a conversation, you feel me? And then now you want to talk about it, that's different. And now we can talk about it. That's how we deal with it. But a lot of us don't have the timing. Like in dancing, you gotta 1, 2, 3. Now say it when you're a rapper. What we do is we change the beat. We're all out of order. You feel me? So I'm just trying to find some order for those who feel a disorder with their disability, which is visibility, and it makes their brains much more powerful, in my opinion, and they're far more aware of their surroundings because they have to be, because it's hard to get around now. You see where I'm going? So now I put that to politics. I put that to dating someone. I put it to the truth movement, your diet, your animal. Great point. How many of you seen a dog that's injured? This is a great video. Okay, let's keep playing this game. I'm going to play you an image. I'm going to show you an image. And I want your very first reaction to what you see. Just for a conversation and to express stuff. My first thought is always to help, but whether I would offer my help would depend on what was happening at the time. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. So why I mentioned your version was because, I mean, and I know that you're conscious. So, I mean, everyone in here, we get it, okay? We're not the average, fear-based, right, looking at your bum. But we all still have fears of things, don't we? I have mine. And we have preconceived notions that we think are gross, that make us uncomfortable. If we can work through that, that makes you a stronger truther, and we can hear each other much better. And we'll have less misunderstandings. And we'll have thicker skin. For damn sure. All right. Oh, nums. What's the first thing you see? I mean, I want your first, don't think, I want your first reaction to this little doggy here with an arm bandage on there. Little nums, beautiful dog. Okay, your first thought at seeing an injured dog. Because I see injured animals quite often. You know what I mean? And I love how animals handle their injury. They act the same way. They're still trying to go and sniff around and find that place to shit and piss, and finding maybe another animal. And then you just see them, and they're not complaining. I'm sure they feel pain. So I learned more from watching animals who were injured. And they're on a leash, and their neck's getting pulled. Wow. What are your thoughts on injured animals? Anyone in here? First reaction when you see it? For me, I would say, oh, I can relate to that. Now, what's interesting is a lot of humans don't go up to the dog owner and say, your dog has got a bad leg. I watch everything, man. I research the real world so I can help the world, not to be debating and debunking and battling the way you see it. But it's a good conversation. I've noticed if an injured cat, not a lot of folks will go up to the, oh, is your dog okay? Your cat? But if it's a human, though, it seems to be like we freak out. Is it because we know the dog and the cat can survive outside and have a natural instinct and are grounded with earth? And we assume, well, they got it. That animal got it. That animal's fine. But the human ain't got it. The human needs to go to a doctor. Or we have the vet, right? For the animal, we have the vet. But for some reason, the pet being injured, of course, it makes you feel a certain way. We don't really treat it the same way as a human, which I'm assuming because animals are more independent and know how to survive with that shit more than we do. It's my theory. Of course, you'd help an injured animal. But like, I mean, what would your thought be though? Like, how does it make you feel to see it? Does it make you feel uncomfortable? Can we accept seeing it? Do you know what I'm trying to say? I'm sure we can, but this is more about what does it make you feel? Of course you want to help. I want to even help. I would love to help myself. I'm having a hard time fix this. This is complicated, but I got to accept that. But complaining about it and putting it on you, I wouldn't do that. But then I get a lot of it coming to me, and I'm like, wow, I don't deserve this. I'm pretty grounded. I'm not in your business. What's going on here? But if I open the door and talk about it, that's different. He's going to chew that bandage off. Right. Exactly. You've backed up what I'm saying because it wants to deal with it. So it seems like animals, we know they got this. We know they can survive indoors and outdoors. Most of us outdoors, indoors, that's what's going on. So, you have helped injured animals. Fantastic. So you have empathy. So you know how to fix it. So that's different. Great. We need more people like you. So Carole apparently sounds like she knows how to fix injuries. Now, here's the problem. Most people who look at my pain don't have that. That's why this conversation is being had right now. The frustration someone would be feeling after I showed you all those discrimination things that, for example, even my boss at my job, he goes to me, he goes, Jay, you better call HR, man. Let HR know about your leg just in case you get discrimination. And I said, okay. Discrimination. I said, I've been working here for about 6 months, and you all knew I had a limp. And my mom's saying this. The first day I worked there, this is funny. My boss, who has a plate in his leg and a bad back. Okay. He's a great dude, though. He's got a bad back and a plate in his leg. He saw my limp. First thing he said to me, when he wanted to show me what we do for our job, he goes, oh, don't worry, Jay, I got you. I'll do all the work for you. I see you're in pain. Thank you. You get it. I was like, I didn't say shit. I just smiled at him because I know what I can do. You know what I did? So now this is for those who are disabled watching this and how to handle that. Here's how you handle that. The turtle beat the rabbit, sweetheart. He's an Aries too. Yeah? Oh, he's a classic Aries. He's a great guy. But that was a bit insensitive. He just met me and assumed, with my limp, that I can't do my job and he's going to do it for me. So here's how you handle that. You take your time. You watch what he's showing you. You say, hey, can I try that? Yeah, can I try that right there? Yeah, that I'm gonna try that. And you do it with your pain to show that you've been surviving your whole life like this. There are a lot of folks born disabled. Okay? That's how you handle that. And then he's gonna look at you like, oh shit, wow. So you didn't get mad, you didn't get defensive, you took your time, the turtle beat the rabbit, you watched him. Because I want to try that. And then you did it because you knew you could do it, even in pain, because you made it this far, didn't you? And you got hired for the job. I got hired for the job with my limp. The guy knew I had a limp. It was clear. He saw me walking. He was like, oh, yeah, I want you with the job. Then he would tease me. This boss, I got his ass fired. He would call me Hop Along Jay. Hey, Hop Along Jay. Yeah, asshole. I'd be like, ha, 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 ha. My boss would do that. He would tease me, but still employed me. Interesting. You see where I'm going here? So, the importance of knowing how to perform and to give your value when someone has projected and assumed that you don't have that value is the key to living on this planet. I'm going to say it again. Knowing how to obtain and to maintain your value with something broken, while a world that will definitely assume you can't do it because they're looking at your body. Learning how to work through that and to prove them wrong with love and just taking your time. Moving slow is the whole point of this planet. This will bring world peace for sure. That and stop eating meat if we can. But back to the injury. Well, eating meat is eating an injury. Wow, I didn't think about that. Eating animals, I'm not judging your diet, in a sense, is like eating a disabled part of somebody. Absolutely. When the animal gets butchered, it gets injured. Whoa, and then it gets killed. Whoa, so you are eating a disabled. First, it's crippled, and then it gets cut. The stuff taken out, and then it's dead. So you're eating death and disabilities with meat. No judgment, but that's truth. So maybe I'm hearing myself speak. I'm getting closure. This is the reason why also a lot of people have a hard time, right, knowing how to look at me like that. I had one guy tell me, I can't stand to see you like that. And he meant well. He meant totally well. But he even said it with disgust. It didn't sound like it was sincere. It sounded like, oh. He's a doctor, apparently. I'm like, and I was a cashier. I didn't even ask his opinion. There was a time I was cashiering. I'm so glad that I'm not at that job, actually. I was cashiering, and it was real busy. It was real fucking busy. I was facing the store. I was facing the products. Okay? And they called me up to back them up. I limp up there. It was a heavy day. I will never forget this. It was lines and lines of people. I limp up there. I'm about to go to my register. And what do you think I heard? Oh no, oh God, oh man, oh no, oh God, oh no, oh, I'm like, wow. That could break your spirit, right? No. I walked around and did my job in pain. because I know how to do it. I had an abusive mother. I know how to do it. I had abusive ballet teachers. I know how to do it. I've had abusive girlfriends and ex-wife. I know how to do it. You move through it. It's called spirit. What is Jesus Christ holding the cross for us, so-called, and dying for us, and not fighting back, so-called, right? I believe in self-defense. I'm using it for a metaphor here. You are already a miracle. You went from a liquid to a solid. Sperm cannot walk. It wiggles. Sperm can't spin in the air. Sperm can't pick something up. A sperm technically is a bit disabled. Serpents have an incredible ability, but they have less things than you do. They don't have feet. They don't have arms. They don't have an ass, really. Tail, different. Or a ding dong and a vagina, it's all different for them. They're one long rope. And yet, this is a great build. That serpent can do far more than the average person. And why? Why? I'll tell you why. Most of the time, that thing is outside and it's getting energy and light and dark, right? It's a bit blind. Disabled. Wow. Like bats, they're a bit blind. Owls, right? They see in the dark. Disabled. Are they going to complain about that? Is there anyone going to say, oh my God, can that owl see? Oh my God. Because they know the owl has got it. They'll see a snake. Oh my God, get away. That's because you're afraid of its power. But you won't say, oh my God, you have no legs. How the fuck are you getting around? Yes or no? This makes sense. We all share the same godly template. Yes, Karole. He was abandoned and knew which house to come to. That's awesome. Karole, he's almost blind and his ears have been eaten down by mites. Wow. Benny, did you say planet or plan? I don't remember. I said planet, I believe. Karole. One hamburger patty could potentially contain the meat of over 10 cows. Wow. That's a very good way to see. Thank you for that one. Damn. Wow. Jesus, that makes sense. That's heavy. Thank you, Karole. One is too many. And listen, this is not to go after meat people, all right? A lot of you are good people. You know what I'm saying? You do good work, right? Maybe you're in a community. Maybe you have a homeless shelter. You feel me? Maybe you got some wisdom. Maybe you actually do psychiatry and it works. But once again, the uncomfortable things. Can we talk about that for a second? Because you called it your lunch, right? You called it protein. Okay. You called it a diet. Is it really that? Now back to the human. Is it really only a human just walking about, even healthy, just walking healthy? Is that all there is to it? Or is if you're going to smoke some ayahuasca and DMT trip, you will see a fucking unicorn and a wizard and elves and shit. I don't know, a serpent, won't you? Yep. Yes or no? Take some shrooms and LSD. Someone limping will turn into a fucking wizard. Right? It's a game. So something on this planet has conditioned our eyeballs to have these certain fears, these certain flaws, one could say. I have them a little bit, but I'm over them mostly. They've conditioned us to say, I don't like that. That's gross right away, which we understand that. I'm not darning that. But the ability to process and slow down and to think about, is there anything more to the story? to what I'm seeing that I don't like, that could empower me, that could teach me something I don't know, because we don't know everything, y'all. Even me. I am a student to life. And y'all know my brain, my orbs. I'm still humble. Yes or no? We're all students to life. So the fears, the things you have that you call gross, are making us students to life. Give me a second here. Okay. And once again, thank you all for your comments. Because this could be an uncomfortable thing even for me. Because I'm putting my issue out there. But what is the truth movement? What is the truth about? Just flat earth? Illuminati? Fake news? The end of the world? Chemtrails? Everything sucks? Astrology only? Later, Jay. Snooze time. Stay cool. Well, thank you for being here anyways. All right. And in fact, I might even end a bit earlier than usual, but I don't know. So now I'm going to do this. Is anyone in here in the chat room? Can you give me some ideas of things to talk about that relate to what I'm saying, but maybe from your perspective? So now what I want to do is turn the camera to my chat room and give you the power. Is there anything you want me to address that kind of relates to what we're talking about, the theme of being disabled and being creative with this and how to approach things that make you uncomfortable? Do you have any topics, any other things that make you uncomfortable, or ways of seeing the world? I give the floor to my chat room. I'm going to roll this cigarette, and I'm grateful for your comments. And I'll just go based on whatever you ask me for another half an hour. Give me some thoughts. Give me some ideas. It's not all about me. It's about we, honey. Yes or no? God bless Peter Fopolopoulos. I love that guy. And take your time and think about what you might want to discuss that relates to what we're talking about. Intermission. I feel like we need to have some music like Jeopardy. Ding, 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 dong. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. I'm going to ask Jazzy Her. Hey, Jazzy Her, what makes you uncomfortable? I mean, no pressure, but I want to learn more about my chat room. And it's not to create some, dramatic thing. It's just I'm learning from this. What's the one thing, Jazzy Her? And there's no pressure. Yeah, take your time, Jazzy. It's good. This is healing. This is good. This is what the truth is. I always try to model courageous behavior. Okay, cool. Let's discuss courage. And Jazzy, think about that. I really want to hear what makes you, and I'm not going to judge. We're all family here. Don't apologize. I want to be stoned with you. That's cool. Get high. Yes, bless you, the plant. I got a dude right now. He's giving me all kinds of pins and shit and all kinds of. But I need a break because I mean, whew, god damn, I've been going hard. People don't have enough examples of courage in real time to reference for themselves in the future. Ah, that means hero, a saint, Bernard. There's a damn dog. God bless this dog. And if people thought like this dog, it would be so much better for those who are disabled. There is a damn dog out in the cold with a barrel of water around its neck. It walks around looking for someone thirsty or in a problem and go right to you. Are you kidding me? And it knows how to help you. And it can't speak English or any language. It's... Wow. That's a hero. But then the human, though, most of us, we just freak out. I want to push for Jazzy, though. I don't ask questions to you all enough. I want to push for Jazzy, the goddess, the mother goddess. I thought it was whiskey. You thought it was whiskey. Do you mean, like alcohol, Raina? Come on, Jazzy. Give me some jazz. Give me some music. Don't be afraid. You're family. We love you. You're a genius. You know this. I want to learn from you. What makes you uncomfortable? Like just, oof. Just don't like that. Oh, in the barrel. Oh, really? Oh, shit. Oh, they give them alcohol. Sorry, I'm dumb. What's the whiskey for? So they give them whiskey? Is it to get them to be a bit tipsy? Let me go look up what the goddamn dog does. Let me shut up, my dumb ass. In the barrel of the same. Okay, in the barrel. Okay, pardon me. I was wrong. I'm sorry. Okay, cool. Thank you. I'm learning from you. So now you're my guru. No problem. That's how it works. I'm cool. All right, cool. Oh, to warm up. Thank you. Fucking genius, man. Even better. Wow. The thing that gets you drunk and fucks up your liver. Now, I know whiskey. If you watch some Western movies, they pour whiskey on the wound. Don't they? To put blood in there. I believe it's also a disinfectant. Yeah. So, for you alcoholics, we love you. It's not all doom and gloom. You can use that. Everything is medicinal if you know how to use it right. Here goes Jazzy. Jazzy with her new baby. Ah, I like this one. Perfect. Uncleanliness, of course, is definitely one that makes me uncomfortable, even though germs are everywhere. Okay, let's talk about that. That's one. Thank you, Jazzy. You're good. You're good, girl. You're good. You're fine. I got it. Now, I can relate to that. Take a wild guess why people think I'm dirty and I smell bad. Clear alcohol, vodka, and gin. Yep, good for bullet wounds and cuts. Yep. Yeah, man. Rubbing alcohol. Remember that? And peroxide back in the day. You got a cut. Interesting. The negative is now a positive. Interesting. Clear alcohol disinfects. Yes, ma'am. So if you're an alcoholic, try to rethink the use of it. If you have pain, it might sober you. Wow. I'm going to pour this vodka on my... Oh, wow. Look at that. It's going away. We love you. I had an issue at work. So I had someone, this is hilarious. I had someone go behind my back saying that I was dirty and that I smelled bad. And no problem. I was totally like, okay, I get it. I totally got it. And they have the right, okay, if it's true, that's their freedom. But they didn't come address me. They went behind my back and kind of was like, so I had to go to my boss and say, hey, there's someone in here. I'm hearing rumors that I smell bad and I'm dirty. And to my understanding, I know when I'm funky. Trust me. I know when I'm funky. And I know I have to share space. So it's my duty. I have to, right, out of respect for my job, to come up in there, not smelling like ass or urine, which if you do it right, you won't smell like piss. Okay? So I went to my boss and said, hey, boss, there's someone in here who thinks I smell bad. And what do you think? Do I smell bad to you? And he's like, no, you're fine, man. I mean, he would be honest. He was an asshole of a boss. He would have made fun of me. Okay? Then I went to my lead, another lead. I said, hey, brother, come here. I said, someone is saying that I smell bad and that I'm dirty. What do you think? He says, no, not really. I haven't noticed. But then he went, this is what he did. I said, do you want to smell me? And he was scared. Why? Because he's seen me eat berries out of a tree and be barefoot on the street. So he was a bit nervous because the stereotype is if you're barefoot, you're getting germs, dirt, okay, bit true, right? But there's more chemicals. What we clean with as cleaners, bleach, all commercial shit, oh my God. You see where I'm going here? The heavy metals. He smelled me, but he was nervous. He's like, nah, man, you smell fine. You look, So my point is this. There are some people, right, that just aren't used to nature. They're not used to the natural way of living. You aren't supposed to use deodorant. Okay? Now, if you're funky, okay, we should deal with that. There are ways to handle that holistically. Like right now, I've been working out, haven't showered, sweating. I was in the sun. I don't have any body odor. Why? First of all, parasite control. Okay? I stopped eating certain things. I enema flush. I bathe in aged urine in the refrigerator. Okay? Simple. And it works. And my skin is clearer. You start glowing. And it makes people nervous. They're like, I've even mentioned that I don't brush my teeth. I don't use shower water. I am not ashamed. No problem. And then I'm going to say, well, what do you shower in? Take a wild guess. They're like, oh. I'm like, yeah. What are you showering in? What's in your water? It's called self-hate. Something on this planet wants us to be fearful of natural ways of living. Carole, Raina, same jazz, of course. Now I have to help the homeless. Now watch this. I'm going to blow your minds. I'm going to blow your fucking minds. And this blows my mind. Your first thought about homeless, unclean, and dirty. Same clothes. Blow your mind. I know someone named JD. He's unique. He talks to himself a lot. In the same clothes, getting cigarette butts off the ground, walking around, dirty clothes. Me and him are this close. This man never smells. This man will shit in public. He'll piss everywhere too. But whenever I'm near him, no smell. And I mean, I'm not kidding. All the people who are homeless that I've seen so far, they have decent clothes, actually very clean, their teeth clean, and no smell. Isn't that ironic? So what are they doing? They're homeless. They should be gross, right? Interesting. Carole, Mercura, Chrome. Carole, if this employee had a problem, he should have gone straight to you. It was a female, actually. I knew who it was. And she and I are cool now. But you're right. Absolutely. And listen, you have the right. I'm cool with that. I might not know. You know what I mean? People who are depressed, and I'm not, I'm just in pain, but people who are depressed, they won't shower or clean their apartment. We know this. I don't clean my apartment thoroughly because I'm in pain and I have a job cleaning. All for 10 hours a day. I'm cleaning shit, piss, blood, dirty tampons, used condoms. Oh, dude, I'm finding used condoms everywhere. Staircases, you name it. No problem. For real. The average person, that would be, whoa, I don't know. But you and I also do that. Right? You bleed, you shit, you piss, you wipe your ass, you sneeze on yourself. You got boogers sometimes. On occasion, you have bad breath because you ate something, some garlic, or you smoke maybe. Okay. Jazzy. Here's the thing, though. I know that everyone's standards of cleanliness are different, so I never judge. Okay, great. I bet you don't smell. We actually use apple cider vinegar as deodorant. Boom. Urine, even better. Your morning shit, for any time you piss in the hand, head, crotch, ass. Yep. I've done it, and it's a miracle. Yes, it can be a bit funky. It will be funky, obviously. Obviously. But if you can't smell yourself and be okay with it, right? There's something there. So it's also self-love now. And then eventually the smell goes away when you keep rinsing. Your flies do that. You think your flies are gross, right? I mean, they can be fucking annoying. I'll be honest. I love my creatures, but flies are hard. But they're always, what are they doing? They're washing themselves. They're cleaner than you and me, and they're in more shit and bad crap and trash and dumpsters. But if you go grab a fly and sniff it, I guarantee you, you won't smell any of that funk on the fly. I'm gonna say it again. The fly is in the dumpster, which smells horrible. When the fly leaves and goes somewhere else, what is it washing itself in? I guarantee you its own fluids. When it throws up, yep, like the urine thing, they're all geniuses, man. Do you see where I'm going here? The thing that you think is gross or is broken or is injured, rethink that to embrace your fear of death and your fear of pain or whatever makes you feel uncomfortable. That will make you stronger. And the most powerful yoga or yogi in India called an agori, which means no fear. And they handle cadavers, dead bodies, bones. They eat human flesh. I'm not saying to do this. It's for a spiritual reason. But of course, the average person would find that, whoa, what are you doing? They are doing it because they know how to DMT trip without getting high. They know what the afterlife is. They're in the jungle all day. So when they're eating that stuff or praying on a dead body or having a skull in their hand, they're doing it to help guide that soul go to a good place, because a lot of us are noisy. You hear me? And when you die, there's noise in that body. It's simple. Yoga is simply focusing that energy to go to the right place where your sacred body deserves, so it doesn't get harmed by demons, honey. Yes. Isn't that cool? I mean, sure, it could be seen as, whoa, being a cannibal? You know, I'm not down with that. I'll be real. I won't do that. But there's a principle. If you're a certain grounded person and you can handle that death and recycle it, alchemize that to help me go to the afterlife safely, yeah. There are dark entities when you die. Did you know that? They're called shadow people. I had a buddy tell me that. He DMT tripped while doing crystal meth. Wow. Okay. And then when he got the DMT trip after the meth high, he had dark shadow people poking on him and pulling on him. You see where I'm going here? When he stopped doing meth and DMT tripped, it was a whole different world of like just aliens and things talking and giving him information. And yeah, he cried after. See where I'm going here? That means there's something to the other world. It's not just about going to heaven or to a great place. Yeah, is your body noisy? Good question. Corolla, your light makes others jealous. It's true. You know what? And there's no ego here, but yes, I agree with you. But they're starting to kind of understand me now. Why? I got my asshole boss fired. And I'm getting them all to be hip to numerology and that there is no death. Yeah. And they're like, wow, this guy is not really a normal dude. He's like on some other shit, and it works. And that's it. But it can be intimidating. I see it all the time in my life. This is why I'm careful about the help I provide. Good. You can't help everybody. This is true. Some people just can't be helped. So don't force that. You know? A lot of us do. Oh, if you just did this, just take this, just one more, I promise you. They don't want it. Boundaries, right? Because you might do more harm than good, but you meant good. Doesn't matter. Yes or no? That's the truth movement. Okay? So, back to me and women now. I'm going to end on the female thing. I feel that what we've talked about, the reason why it's difficult maybe to see a man like me, really see a man like me, to be in some kind of a relationship is because of that light, first of all. And because also there are fears and flaws within that individual who's woke that they haven't fully embraced. And they're so focused on the diet, the flat earth, the astrology, the Illuminati, fake news. See where I'm going here? Is it a man? Is it a woman? See where I'm going here? Right? That you might be missing your soulmate. It's okay. It's a theory. Because I ain't you. But I need you. We need all of us. Yes or no? Which also brings me back to this. Just because you are awake and you have a lot of great wisdom, right? And you look fantastic. And you can do great things. Doesn't mean you're fully woke. I'm going to say that again, okay? Because you're woke and you have great wisdom and you can do great things and you look great and you know some stuff that can help, doesn't necessarily mean that you're fully woke and there yet. How do I know that and why am I saying that? Because you still have trauma. You have parasites in your intestines, first of all. Fact. I've seen some come out of my body and I'm like, God damn. And I look healthy? Okay. Parasites, trauma. So you have that first. Remember that. If you are not doing enemas with aged urine, fact, man, you definitely will have things in here that will create some issues and some fears. But you're still wanting a soulmate. But it will cause problems, in my opinion. Secondly, you have sexual abuse. Of course, most women do, who wake up, and domestic violence, right? It's very hard to process that. So depending on how you process those things, will affect how you find your soulmate, which relates to a disability. The biggest disability is not embracing the flaws and the fears you have and working through them and finding them beautiful, in my opinion. It makes you more compassionate. It makes you more diverse. It makes you less stereotypical. It will broaden your social scene. See where I'm going here. And it will empower more people around you who are discarded of and don't understand why they're this way. So I guess the hardest thing to do is to look at yourself. And the hardest thing to do is to be around something that just really fucking grosses you out. But you're a flat earther, though. You see where I'm going? You're an astrologer. Illuminati, right? Freemasons, right? What about you? and how you see others. That is also a disability. It's called an emotional disability, honey. That's the realest shit I think anyone will tell you. And I'm telling myself this too, by the way. I'm real good at it now. I don't say shit to anybody who has a unique issue. I'm smarter than that. I don't get into that unless they open the door and they talk to me about it. Okay. And then I'll share my pain with them. Okay. Otherwise, it creates more problems, more stress, because you meant well, but you're trespassing. So once again, you're very woke. Maybe you're a vegan now. You got hair in your armpits. Your skin is shining, right? Okay, but is that all there is to that? Right? You're doing a urine therapy. This is for every page I share these on. Okay? And it's working. You've cured someone of something. You fixed something. But did you fix in here? Did you do an emotional enema? Bars! An emotional enema. Did you get in here and in here? Because even though you remove a parasite, you still have mental parasites, memories, things you saw, still doing this to you. And you might hurt someone and yourself, even though you're a healer. Hare Krishna. Om Namah Shivaya. I am with you. But I'm going to pull out that parasite and say, wow, I don't find that gross at all. I can look at my shit. I mean, it's gross. Think about it. Your doo-doo, I can go and look at my doo-doo and be like, oh, look at that. Take a picture of it. The average person can't do that. Now, lastly, if you can look at your own doo-doo and see how you're doing in there, and document what's going on with you, make you a much more humble, compassionate, in my opinion, an open-minded person. You won't get offended. You'll have thicker skin. You won't be as sensitive to things that are small. Like if someone's comment. You know? Like, I mean, I'm working on that. It's not easy. Because you want to express yourself and like, I didn't like that. And you should be able to. But it's how you're doing it. Yes or no, right? It's how you're doing it. Are you handling the situation very defensive and angry, right? And getting more and more and more hot about it and making them feel worse about their fuck up, which most of us do? Or are you gently just trying to remind them that you don't like this, you want your space, tell them to stop. If they don't stop, get out. If you can't get out, you ask them to get out. And if they don't leave, we have a problem. And I'm not about violence, but yeah, defend yourself. Because your mental health is the most important thing. Now I'm going to jump to something really fast. So in the Jewish culture, an abusive mother or an abusive parent, you are allowed to not go to their funeral. You are allowed to forget about them. Do y'all know that? Because I'm looking this up. Because my mom, at some point, I know I'm going to get the call. And I'm trying to think about what I want to do. There's many ways to handle that. Still love my mom. But this would be about disabilities too, because abuse in the family and not talking about shit and everyone's all on medication, right? Okay, fuck, great. And playing video games and Bluetoothing and Siri, Alexis, this is where you live today. But I like that. I respect that. And they even say in Jewish culture, you do not have to sit Shiva, which means to mourn for 7 days, or go to the funeral of an abusive parent. You can let them go. Because your mental health is the most important thing in Judaism. I respect that. Absolutely. Now, why is that a very powerful thing? Go back. How many of you know someone who has to bury their relative and hated them? And they have to get the money. I know one right now. She didn't hate this one, but let's just say this mom wasn't necessarily the greatest mom. This mom, let's just say this mom, I would say this is in the category of being really horrible. This mom basically denied the fact that this woman was raped by her own fucking family. And her mom called her a liar. And God bless this woman. She is trying to raise money to have a funeral for that creature. Wow. So that's complicated. So think about that. Boundaries, even your family. If they were toxic, you might still love them. But if it was more toxic than actually healthy, is it even worth your time, honey? Because it's about you now being independent, letting it go. But hey, listen, there are other ways to do it too. Maybe you want to forgive. Maybe you're cool with it. But most of us aren't. We're still complaining about what mom did, what dad didn't do, what dad did. Now they're dead. Now I got to go get money and have an event. Right? See, I'm going here and I can't afford it. And the corporate fucking world is going to suck you dry. And suck you dry for what? For someone that was abusive or didn't give a shit about you, about your pain? Jazzy took the kids outside. Oh, this is Look Within as Jazzy. You confused me, Look Within. Shame on you. That's funny. Bless you. Raina, I don't want to go to my mom or dad's funeral. You know what? I think that I'm on that level too. I thought about it. I was like, well, the Hindu thing, Krishna forgiveness. But yeah, this one's a little way too complicated for me. Because I've had years of needing to hear a phone call or someone reaching out when I'm in pain. I'm on the ground, my eyes watering and shit. And my family, I love them so much. And I've tried to have a relationship, calling them, sending messages. I gave up. Because no answer. So what do you do? Now I'm going to get a phone call. Someone's dead now, or they're dying now. Also, now you want me to hang out with you. Do you see what that is? It shouldn't come to that. This is a very deep video. So, I'm done. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shiva Shakti, Om, all life and death. My chat room. Om, Ram, Rim, Ram, Saha, Suya, Yanamaha. Om, Chandra, Yanama. Om, Ahum. Vajraguru Padma City. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Okay? And thanks again. And once again, take your time in this world. Sit down and process your stuff. I mean, really process it. Like they processed your food. Oh, hold on. You miss your parents? Oh, bless you, Carole. Compassion. Oh, bless you, honey. Carole, bless you. So it was different for you. Okay, well, I get that too. By the way, Carole, they're still here. You want to see them? Hold on, wait. I want to show Carole her parents. You know damn well what I'm about to do. You know, Carole, you know how I get down, girl. Come on now. Let me show you your parents. With respect, of course. Absolutely. Absolutely. Here they are. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Father and mother. Or a dead animal. Take your pick. Take your pick. That's who you are. That's who I'm going to be when I leave my body. All of you. Okay? So rejoice. Never forget. Do your own kind of mourning, okay? But also celebrate. They're out of the body, man. This body is a prison. This world is a prison. Isn't it? Pretty much, right? I'm not saying, I'm not promoting to like, oh, just end it all, but it's exhausting being here. It's so exhausting, it's even hard to rest in peace because you have life insurance and debt. Wow. Oh, okay, there you go. You know they are. All right, we good. All right, bless all of you. And thank you for a great live. I appreciate all of you.